it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. It is like a sunsetty look with a glitter half-cut crease. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe so you can check out my other videos when I upload. And other than that, let's just hop right on into the video. So first I'm going to be priming with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and a damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender. First I'm going into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be picking up the shade called Golden Ochre, and I'm going to be applying that to the crease as our first transition shade. Next, going in with my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, I am going to be taking the shade Georgia, and I'm going to be using that as my second transition shade, so I will be applying it right over Golden Ochre in the crease. Next, with the Sweet Peach palette, I'm going to be going into the shade Candied Peach, and I'm going to be applying that in the crease and in the outer half of the lid. Next, I'm going to be going into my NYX Ultimates palette, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to be applying that to the outer, I'd say, outer quarter of the lid. Now I'm going to take the orangey shade right next to it, and I'm going to be applying that from the middle to the outer corner of the lid. Next, I'm going to be taking this shade on the bottom. It looks kind of like a goldeny orangey shade, but it actually comes out as a very bright yellow. So I'm going to be taking that on a brush, and I'm going to be packing it onto the inner corner of the lid. Now to brighten it up just a bit, I'm going to be taking the yellow in the outer bottom corner of the palette, and I am going to be packing that right over the last yellow shade. Then going back to the same blending brush that we've been using, I'm going to be taking the orangey yellow shade, and I'm going to be using that to blend the orange and the yellow together so it is a seamless transition. Now for the glitter, I'm going to be taking the Stila Magnificent Metals Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust, and I'm going to be taking this little tiny precision brush. And how I am going to apply this is I'm going to take a little bit from this brush and I'll put it on this brush, and then I will just draw the line like how I have with this eye, and I am just going to make it like a cut crease. Now for lashes, I'm going to apply these off camera, and I'm going to be using the Black Magic lashes in the style Alpha Girl. So next, moving on to face, I'm going to be priming with my Benefit Professional Primer. I'm just going to be taking a couple dots in a few different places, but I'm just going to be applying it where I have the most texture and pores. So right in this area underneath my eyes and around my nose, and then on my forehead too. And then I also just blend it up on the sides. So basically I'm kind of just getting the whole top half of my face. Next, I'm going to be taking my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the light version with the shade 0.5 because I'm really pale. So I'm going to be taking this foundation and I'm just going to apply it onto the back of my hand. And I'm going to be trying out the EcoTools Beauty Blender for the first time. So I think I'll just try the smaller flat edge to blend it in. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so honestly, I think I prefer my Sigma F80 brush or my EcoTools Custom Coverage Buffing Brush more than this, or just sponges in general. I just prefer the way they apply. I think it's faster and it definitely does not waste as much product. So now I am going to be moving on to concealer. I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and a damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender to blend it out. Just going to be applying those 2 lines underneath each eye. And then, like I said, I'm going to be using my damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender to blend it out. Next, I'm going to be setting my whole face with my Coty Loose Airspun Powder. So, moving on, we are going to be grabbing our Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I am going to be going in with this middle contour shade right here. And I am going to be taking this e.l.f. blush. It is the Flawless Face brush. And I'm going to be going into the hollows of my cheeks. And then I'm going to be taking it on my forehead as well. And I'm just going to be applying it around the hairline. So then next I'm going to be using my NARS blush in the shade Dolce Vita, and I'm going to be applying that to the apples of my cheeks and bringing it back towards my hairline. Next for highlighter, I'm going to be starting out with my Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Highlighter, and I'm going to be applying that to the high points of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, my brow bone, and my cupid's bow. And then after that, I'm going in with my Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and I'm going to be applying that in the exact same places. Next, I'm going to be taking MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to be spraying that all over my face to melt everything together and make it more seamless, and also to make my highlight pop a little more. Now moving on to the under eyes, I'm going to be taking my Sweet Peach palette, and I am going to be using the shade Georgia. And I am going to be applying that to the full under eye. Okay, so now going back in with my NYX Ultimate palette, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to be applying that to the outer corner of the lower lash line. And then next for the lower lashes, I'm going to be applying the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in Carbon Black. Now moving on to lips, I'm going to be taking MAC's Velvet Teddy, and I'm going to be applying that first. And then I'm going to be going over it with this ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Tight Fit. Okay, so that is all for this look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
Like literally it's under my nail. There's like a giant chunk missing and it's literally spilled like all over my leg.